Good morning, everyone. I am Hanessa V. Bintayaw, together with Tashmia M. Magluboy and Susan Malentad from B.Ed 2B. Today, we will discuss about the symbols and values of different regions of the Philippines. Okay, so ang Philippines daw is subdivided into 17 regions, 8 sa Luzon, 3 sa Visayas, and 6 sa Mindanao. So, kanidang regions ay dili lang daw siya local government units, but ang ilang existence is primarily for administrative purposes. Thus, in each region kay na ay city na nag-designated as the center which or where each of the national government agencies have regional offices. Alright, next is the history of the regions of the Philippines. So the regions came into existence on September 24, 1972, when President Ferdinand E. Marcos signed into law Presidential Decree or PD number 1, which divided the entire country into 11 regions. So each with the designated regional center. So the 11 region established under PD number 1. Okay, so ang first region is ang Ilocos region. Okay, first is ang Ilocos region. So, region 1 referred to as the Ilocos region mainly because it is home to the majority of Ilocanos and the seat of the Ilocanos culture, heritage, and the language. Ilocanos were prominent in the national movement and many rose to high office in the central government. And the greatest of these Ilocano is the success stories as far as it went was the President Ferdinand Marcos who ruled from 1965 to 1986. So there are two distinct versions as to where the word Ilocos that originated. In Isabelo de los Reyes, Historia de Ilocos in 1885, and he said that it involved from the word Ilog or the river. So, ang Ilocos means is ang people in the river that very much like the Tagalogs, Taga-Ilog, which referred to the early settlers living along the riverbank. So, kanidang Taga-Ilog is mo daw ni mga tao nga nagpuyo sa baba sa mga tulayan or sa may riverbanks. Symbol of the Ilocos region. So the shield in the logo is reminiscent of the shield found in the provincial seal of Ilocos. And then, ang 3 stars kay nag-represent sa 3 major island of the Philippines, which is ang Luzon, Visayas, ug ang Mindanao. And then, ang 3 illustrations na ang tabako, peanut, and rice represent the principal crops cultivated by the Banayuyo natives. Okay, now let's proceed with the traditions of the Ilocos region. So, ang offering was called atang, consisted of various food, stuffs, and sweets, as well as cigars and paan. So, ang atang is also offered to the deceased during prayers for the dead or on All Souls Day. So, morning, ang atang gitawag is para sa mga offering. And then, ang tulle skirt called padiling in cone shape with a drawstring around the waist this is made from hand-loom woven textiles which the woman herself has meticulously woven and sewn by hand. So, ang Ilocanos is napod ni ang tinawag nila nga marriage. So, Ilocanos have high respect to their parents, which is absolutely evident in their marriage tradition. So, before daw nagplano for marriage, ang mga Ilocano youth seek first approval sa ilahang both sets of parents. And it include the traditional food sa mga taga-Ilocano. So, example is ang longganisa, pinakbit, which means to shrink, and then ang ilahang longganisa, empanada, og ang biskotso. And then, ang mga Ilocanos daw is nag-share sa the same basic values as other Filipinos, such as Bain, which corresponds to hiya or amor proprio. And then, nakuha pa sila og being thrifty or mga kuripot. And then, it is essential to show panagdayaw or proper respect para sa mga katigulanganon. Dili pod mawala ang mga festivals na nabilong sa Ilocos Regions. Ang Bacangara Festival, Guling-Guling Festival, Pamolinawin Festival, Pinilitan Fiesta and Agri-Industrial Fair, and Garlic Festival, and the last is ang Empanada Festival. Sumani ang mga sikat na mga festivals na nahitabo sa Ilocos Region. Okay, next region, Region 2, which is ang Cagayan Valley, is strategically located on the northeastern part of mainland Luzon, with a total land area of 26,388 square kilometers. The Cagayan Valley is the second largest region in the Philippines. Okay, now let's proceed with the symbols. The flag of Cagayan is the provincial flag of Cagayan, Philippines. It is a horizontal triband of blue, gold, and green, charged with the provincial coat of arms, ranged by 29 white, 5-pointed stars. And then the Cagayan Valley region is abundant in agricultural products such as the rice, corn, peanut, beans, and fruits, in making Regional 2 known as the top corn producer and the second in pladai production in the Philippines. Okay, for the values, the value of bayanihan, sharing, cooperation, brotherhood, self-responsibility, respect, love, peace, and dignity are still very much alive in Cagayan. There are many differences between Cagayan and Manila people, and less of the same. One of the only similarities is that they wear the same clothes every day. And then the difference is that the Cagayan people are very close to their parents, while the people of the city do not, as live some of them just their parents in the old house of the age and do not care of them. Beliefs and traditions in Cagayan Valley. So first, ang clothing. They wear simple clothes para sa mga old women. They wear kanang paypay and then kimono, while men use kamesa di chino or the barong Tagalog. So ang naka-influence sa ila is ang mga Japanese people. Okay, for the family, so close sila sa ilang mga family, then all stay with their parents. And then like sa mga Ilocano, before marriage, will ask for approval of the same set of parents first, because the parents decide if they want to agree to let their children to get married. And then next is they sing old song, proverbs, and poems alongside puzzles, melodies, and the vocabulary produced by Ibanads. Next is ang Region 3, which is ang Central Luzon. Okay, next region, which is ang Region 3, which is ang Central Luzon. So, Region 3 comprises with the 7 provinces in the central plain of Luzon, namely Aurora, Bataan, Bulacan, Pampanga, Nueva Ecija, Tarlac, and Zambales. And it has a total land area of 2,001,000 or 147,035 hectares, about 30% of the total land area, that estimated at 644,475 hectares, are devoted to agricultural production. Okay, for the symbols, Central Luzon, also known as Region 3, is one of the regions of the Republic of the Philippines. Then the region contains the largest plain in the country, and it is known as the rice bowl of the Philippines because it produces most of the country's rice supply, and also the orchids in the Central Luzon. The values of Central Luzon are highly educated. The traditions or the festivals of the Central Luzons are Sinocuan festivals. Aring Sinocuan or King Sinocuan is a god of ancient Kapampangans. Makatapak festivals means Makatapak is a Kapampangan word, means barefoot. And then Philippine Hot Air Balloon Festival is held annually on Omni Aviation Complex inside Clark Freeport Zone. Next is the Zabuaga Festival. It held every morning of Easter Sunday that flower petals are strewn while the procession of the image of the Blessed Virgin Mary possesses. Sambuanga means showering of flowers. The last festival is the Karagan Festival. So, ang Karagan is the name of the first chieftain of the native Ita. It is held every third week of February through street dancing. Next is the Region 4A, which is ang Calabarzon. Calabarzon, formerly known as the Southern Tagalog Mainland, because it is an administrative region in the Philippines, designated as Region 4A. The region comprises 5 provinces: Batangas, Cavite, Laguna, Quezon, and Rizal, and one highly urbanized city is ang Lucena. For the symbols, it is known as the industrial powerhouse of the Philippines, Calabarzon. It has a big supply base of semi-processed industrial raw materials and industrial components coming from its 31 world-class industrial estates and economic zone or eco-zones. For the values of Calabarzon, that emphasized that all Filipino values are rooted from the indigenous concept of the shared identity or kapwa. Calabarzon is also rich in cultural traditions like Laguna, that is known for embroidery, wood carving, and paper mache, locally known as taka. Then, Quezon has harvest festivals and flamboyantly decorated houses. Last is ang Rizal, that has artisan villages and art galleries. The 3 festivals of Calabarzon are Pahiyas Festival, Wagayway Festival, and Piña Festival. Pahiyas Festival is celebrated in province of Quezon, more especially in the area of Lucban. Next is ang Wagayway Festival. Another festival that gives joy to the people in the south is the Wagayway Festival, which is celebrated every 20th of May in the city of Imus, Cavite. The last festival, which is ang Piña Festival, when the calendar finally hits May 15, the municipality of Calauan, Laguna celebrates one of the most momentous festival, which is the Peña Festival.